run for the Bears. They scored the game's final 9 points, including free throws by Toby Moser, a late basket by David Mellick, and they were...
Our host of the St. Cloud State Huskies from St. Cloud, Minnesota. We'd like to introduce the junior track for the game first. Our first junior track.
Cassie, Miguel, and Tally Russell. Children of Carol and Fletcher Russell, rookies.
Advantage, and it's not often that they will here in the North Central Conference. And the tip controlled, Springer has it for St. Cloud, goes down low, back outside, shot put up by Poole, and he hit for a three right off the bat. Well, the Jackrabbits said that they need to control Binky Poole tonight, but he starts off with the first three of the ball game. Holmes dribbles around to the left side, goes down baseline, cuts back out into the wing, bounce pass to McClendon, goes down the lane, puts up the shot, doesn't go, and a foul should be called on Springer as he tried to set up to take the charge. McClendon will go to the line to shoot the free throws, and the Jackrabbits not shooting very well from the charity stripe. In fact, they're at the bottom of the league.
Yes, they are 52% last overall in the NCC.
Well, they won't shoot free throws, or will they?
Before the shot, I guess.
Well, right now they're trying to look at, finally they do put up the point for St. Cloud. It was 0-0. Now they put up the three. It is 3-0. St. Cloud with the lead here in the early going as we're just underway. It looks to be an inbound play for South Dakota State. As they get a new clock as well, new 45-second clock, and now they will inbound it home. Will inbound it from the side, gets it into Boer. Had a great game last Saturday, 23 points. Matthews passes off to Holmes. St. Cloud in a zone, a 2-1-2. Pass to McClendon, to the left side of Boer, down low to Holmes. Got Holmes looking inside, bounce pass, McClendon has it, he's open, puts up a 10-foot jumper and hits it right away. Gets McClendon fourth in the league now in scoring with 19-point average in North Central Conference play. Had 29 points last Saturday. Thurston, baseline, goes up against Matthews and puts it up and in. Posted him up down low. And Thurston with some excellent spring in the legs, 5'10" junior out of Key West, Florida. Puts it up and in, and St. Cloud's got a 5-2 lead. Holmes passes to Boer, right side to Matthews, now to Flom. Turnaround jumper, and he hits for two. He got one-on-one with Harvey. Harvey at 6'5", Flom at 6'9". Thurston Round to the left side, goes off the pool. He'll put up another three-pointer. Heave hold. This one doesn't go. Rebound to Rudolph. He goes up and in for two. Troy Rudolph gets the rebound and the basket. Makes it a 7-4 ball game. 3-point lead for St. Cloud over South Dakota State as home brings it up for the Jackrabbits. Huskies go back man-to-man now as Matthews has it in the wing now to the right side, looking underneath. Still looking down, dribbles, knocks out, passes off the Brewer, top of the key, left side to Home. Home looks inside, back to McClendon. Pump now goes in the lane, hangs, puts a shot up from 10, doesn't go. Rebound to Harvey, the ball slaps, goes off his knee, out of bounds. And no, they're going to say last touch by South Dakota State. Thought for a moment went off of Harvey's knee, they say no. And St. Cloud has the ball and the lead by 3, 7-4. Poole to Thurston, to the right side. Cross-court pass to Springer. He looks down low. Holds up, passes off to Thurston. Now to Rudolph. Back outside to Harvey. He pumps. Now gets it to Thurston. He pumps. Doesn't take the shot underneath the Rudolph. Baseline, puts it up. Blocked, and a foul called underneath. It's going to go against Flom. Jackrabbits had shall we say, call it the foul game. It was 65 fouls total that were called. They put Augustana at the line a bunch of times, over 40 times. And they had 3 players also. Jackrabbits had 3 players that fouled out in the ball game.
That's right. Coy Nelson, Brian Flom, and Pete Leiferman, all post players.
And Troy Rudolph at the line to shoot 2. First one is good. Rudolph shooting 68% from the free throw line. Second shot on the way. This one doesn't go, and Brian Flom gets the rebound for the Jackrabbits. We have not seen much intensity as Boer puts up his first shot. That doesn't go. The ball tipped around, and Boer gets it. Goes in the lane, hangs, puts the shot up. That doesn't go, and Harvey gets the rebound. Off to Thurston. 3-on-2 break. Springer, baseline, bounce pass underneath, tips away. He's got his hand on it. Jackrabbits had it back. Matthews passes left side, tipped by Poole, goes out of bounds.
Interesting to note, first time Jacks got the chance. They took off. They ran. They're not afraid to do that. They want to do that.
They trail 8-4 here in the early going. 17-14 to go here in the first half. Matthews with the pass and the wing to the right side to Boer. Boer on the go. Inside, gets it to Flom. Bank shot, good. Nice pass by the Jackrabbits. Got it on the inside. They now trail by 2. 8-6 our score. Thurston gets over the timeline to Rudolph. Now to Springer, left open from 15. Shot doesn't go, and McClendon comes down with the rebound. Holds on, passes off to Holm. Holm will bring it up the floor, dribbles up over the timeline, sets it up for the Jackrabbits. Double low post, pass to the left side to Boer. Boer in the wing. Holds on, now gets it to Matthews. Matthews, lob underneath the Flom. Tips off his hand, gets it back. Left-handed shot up and in for 2. Brian Flom with a bunch of points here early, and we've tied it up at 8 with 16:26 to go here in the first half.
6 points for Flom.
Thurston, one-on-one with Matthews. Goes in, now fakes, puts it off to Harvey. He puts it up from 18, and he hits it for 2. They let that Ryan Thurston really can cause a lot of havoc if he can get the drive going, and that time he got it with Matthews and found the open man, Harvey, for 2. It's 10-8, St. Cloud with a 2-point lead. Holm passes off to Matthews down, around to the right side, dribbles, passes to Boer, back to Matthews down, looks inside, back around the left side. They get it to Holm. Holm dribbling on Poole. Cross-court pass to Boer. He puts one up from 18. Baseline shot doesn't go. Flom with the rebound, puts it up. It is for 2. And we're tied back up at 10. Brian Flom proving to be a good starter here in the early going as Harvey's open for 3 this time in the wing, and he hits it. Defense flagged off of him. Mark Harvey is an excellent outside shooter, and a 3-point basket makes it 13-10 St. Cloud. Matthews in the wing to the right side. Passes off to Holm, inside the Flom. He's got the hot hand, puts it up and in for 2 more. And the Jackrabbits trail now by 1, 13-12, with 15:11 to go. Brian Flom really doing well.
He is. 5 for 5, 10 points. I guess he's making Jim Thurston look real good.
Springer passes off the Poole in the wing, one-on-one with Holm. Bounce pass to Thurston, left alone. Baseline jumper from 10, good. Holm passes up the floor to Boer. 15-12 now. McClendon, top of the key. Passes right side to Matthews. Back out to home. They'll set it up. Jackrabbits trailing by 3, 15-12. Matthews in the wing to the right side. Dribbles in, pumps it off to Flom. Under the inside to McClendon. Spins in the lane, puts it up, doesn't go. Hit, miss. Rebound comes down to Rudolph. And St. Cloud has it. Passes off to Thurston. Up the floor quickly. One-on-one with Matthews. Thurston holding on to it. Jackrabbits trailing by 3, 15-12. Bounce pass to Springer in the wing. Pumps, now goes baseline. Puts it up and in. Got around Boer. And Boer didn't get any help defensively. And it's now 17-12. St. Cloud with the lead as Boer gets pass up the floor, cut off in the wing, passes off to McClendon, now to Matthews. Matthews in the wing, goes off to Holm, and Holm says, let's set it up, guys. Let's go to right side. There's Matthews. Matthews in the wing. He'll put up the long three-pointer, and he hits it good. 17-14. Check that, 17-15. With Tony Matthews hitting his first three-pointer. Thurston, top of the key, passes to Harvey. He's hot. He puts up the baseline jumper. That doesn't go, and Flom gets the rebound. Quick outlet pass to Matthews. Matthews in the wing to the right side, off to Holm, to the left side to Boer. He's left open. His three-pointer. This one is good. And the Jackrabbits have their first lead in the ballgame. 18-17. 13:25 to go here in the first half. Thurston brings the ball up the floor over the timeline. Dribbling one-on-one with Matthews. Off to Rudolph. His 18-footer from the baseline. That doesn't go. Boer with the rebound. Looks for an outlet pass. Couldn't find one. Now finds Holm. Up the floor goes to Matthews. He puts up the three-pointer from the right side. That one doesn't go. The ball tipped. And a foul's going to be called on Flom. And that will be his second.
Brian Flom getting tired out there, and that's why he committed that foul. Went over the back. Took the easy way out. He'll get a deserved rest. Steve Leiferman comes in for Brian Flom.
Flom in double figures scoring, also got 4 rebounds here in the early going. We've got substitutions for both ball clubs. Brad Timmerman, 6'6" freshman out of Cuba City, Wisconsin in. He comes in for home, so Jeff Boer will move to the off guard. Also, Pete Leifman, 6'8" freshman out of Brookings into the ballgame, averaging 6 points, 4 rebounds for the Jackrabbits this year. They got the lead, 18-17. We'll check those Husky lineup in a moment as Poole has it in the wing, going one-on-one, passes back outside to Springer. Shot put up baseline, doesn't go, and the rebound comes down to McClendon. Off to Matthews. Matthews goes in, back outside to Timmerman. Baseline, puts up the jumper from 8, rolls around the rim, doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Harvey. Jackrabbits triple team him, he gets it out, and they got a 4-on-2 break. Thurston, left side, Springer, pumps, moves in from 8, shot doesn't go. Rebound underneath, shot doesn't go. And a rebound and a jump ball is going to be called underneath. Mark Carlson with the rebound. Tony Matthews sits down. Anthony Tucker, who had a great ball game with a couple of blocked shots against Augustana, comes into the ball game for the Jackrabbits. Mark Carlson, 6'7" freshman out of Fort Dodge, Iowa, comes in for the Huskies. Pass off to the right side. Tucker, Boer, left side to Leiferman. Give and go, back to Boer, back to Tucker, right side to Timmerman, lost the handle on it. Off to Boer now, high post to the right side, looking underneath. Timmerman, back outside to Tucker. Tucker moves in, back out to Timmerman. Timmerman goes baseline, double team, gets it off to Tucker. He's open from the free throw line, and it hits and comes out. Rebound to Leiferman, though, keeping it alive. Off to McClendon from the free throw line, and he hits. Jacks up by 3 now, 20-17. Stuart Kramer into the ball game. 6'4" freshman out of Osseo. He has it now. Kramer goes baseline. Cut off there, gets a shot up and away, doesn't get it. But he gets his own rebound. That doesn't go, and the rebound comes down and taken away by Leiferman. So the Jacks defensively hold them from any basket. They have a 3-point lead. Tucker's bounce pass is kicked out of bounds by Poole. Coy Nelson into the ball game for the Jackrabbits. Nelson with 8 rebounds in his last effort. The freshman out of Waldea at 6'9". Also, Brian Westlake coming in for Jeff Boer, 6'1" junior out of Muscatine, Iowa. Timmerman holds on, gets it to Westlake in the wing to the right side. Now off to Tucker. Tucker will run point, and he is quick. Off past Westlake in the wing. Back out to Nelson. High post to the right side. Gets it into Leifman. He goes down the lane. Hanks puts the shot up. That doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Carlson. Up the floor, they get it to Thurston. Now to Harvey. Back to Thurston. Jacks up by 3. Thurston going one-on-one. Cut off. Gets it off to Kramer. Now to Harvey. His three-point shot. That doesn't go. And Leifman gets the rebound out wide. Passes off to Tucker. Tucker down the right side of Westlake. Goes baseline. Pump. Now puts it up. Off the pass. Gets the goal. Westlake for 2. 22-17. 10:29 to go here in the first half. Kramer stopped at the free throw line. Passes down in the corner. And the ball goes out of bounds. Jackrabbits will get the ball back.
You were talking earlier about a lack of intensity, and you were right, but all of a sudden they seem to pick it up when the substitutes came in. We have a totally new 5 out here, and they have kept it going.
Tucker will bring the ball up the floor. He'll be going one-on-one with Thurston. 22-17 our score. South Dakota State with the lead. Timmerman goes off to Tucker in the wing. Out to Westlake. He pumps, goes in. Hold up there. Bounce pass out to Tucker. Out of Timmerman. Timmerman pumps. Now moves right side to Westlake. Westlake looking on the inside for Nelson. Moves in. Holds on. Still holding. Gets it to Leiferman now. The left side to Timmerman. Timmerman in the wing. Cross-court pass to get it to Tucker. He'll put up the jumper from the baseline. Hits it for a 3. And it's 24-17. Jackrabbits with a 7-point lead and a timeout on the floor. Back in 30 seconds on the Jackrabbits Sports Network. AgriPro announced
For SDSU.
Stations along the line will try and get an ID in for you here shortly. As Thurston going one-on-one with Tucker. Passes off to Remy. Jim Remy, Thurston. Out to Harvey. Harvey, top of the key. Moves on the inside, loss, and now gets it back. Fadeaway jumper from Ken, and he gets it to go. That is 25-19. Tucker one-on-one with Thurston. This is Tucker's game. He likes that one-on-one game. Tucker around to the left side. Passes off to Timmerman. He's open from 10. That doesn't go. The rebound comes down to Kramer. Off to Thurston over the timeline. Bounce pass to Harvey in the wing. Back out to Thurston. Thurston looks underneath. They get it. Double team. Back outside to Remy. Remy moves in. Bounce pass again. And it tips and goes out of bounds. Jackrabbits get the ball back. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Jackrabbits Sports Network.
You're listening to the voice of the Jackrabbits on 910 AM. KJJQ, Volga Brookings.
Tucker up over the timeline to Timmerman. To Westlake. Jackrabbits with the lead, 25-19. Timmerman, baseline, underneath the Nelson. Quick spin move, baseline jumper, doesn't go. Hit, miss, rebound comes down to Carlson. Up the floor quickly to Remy. Cross-court pass, goes out of bounds, trying to get it to Kramer. Now, this is something head coach Jim Thorson talked about. Even though you've got the new rule in effect, the new players coming in will disrupt because they have not gotten used to the system yet. Although they may be good individual players, have not gotten into what the Huskies can do. So, therefore, in that instance, throwing it out of bounds, turnover, Jacks get it back, leading by 6, 25-19. 8:06 to go. Tucker goes to Westlake, left open, baseline, jumper for 3.
5 points for Westlake on the night.
It's 28-19. Jacks doing a much better job of shooting from the outside here tonight. Kluge passes off to Remy. Pump in the lane. Hangs. Shot goes up. Doesn't go. And Corey Nelson clears the boards for the Jackrabbits. Up the floor to Westlake. Inside Leiferman. Fadeaway. Foul called against Harvey. Will be at the line. Foul called on Harvey. That is his first, the third team foul called on the Huskies. Free throw missed by Leiferman. Rebound comes down to Poole. And Kluge brings it up for the Huskies over the timeline. Jack stay man-to-man. Kramer bounce pass on the inside to Carlson. Back to Kramer, to Carlson, to Harvey. Harvey looking on the inside. They get it into Carlson, and the ball stripped away by Tucker, and it goes out of bounds. They'll call it out of bounds on the Jackrabbits, but a nice job by Tucker to help out underneath to swat the ball away because Carlson had an easy basket. He will inbound it. Check that. Kluge inbounds it. Gets it out the Poole. Jackson a 1-3-1 zone. Kluge outside. Poole. He'll put up the three-pointer and hits. He's got 2 for 2 from three-point range. And it's 30-20. Both teams doing fairly well from the three-point line tonight. Tucker passes out to Timmerman in the wing. Jackrabbits with the ball. Leiferman has it. Goes down the lane. Hangs, puts the shot up to make. Doesn't go. The ball tips around and controlled by Poole. Back come the Huskies. Poole down the middle. Passes out to Kluge. Pump now moves in. Puts the shot up off the glass. Good for 2. 30-24 now. Jackrabbit lead has been cut to 6 with 6:33 to go. Here in the first half, Tucker brings the ball up the floor. Passes left side to Timmerman. Down to Westlake, top of the key. On the right side of Leiferman. Down low to Timmerman. Pump now moves up, puts the shot up for make. Good. Well, not exactly what he wanted when one-on-one with Kramer. Kramer 6'4", Timmerman at 6'6". And has got those long arms and an excellent shooting touch. Gets it in. Carlson, cross-court pass to Poole. Another three-pointer from the left side. Good. It is 34-24. And Dickie Poole is lighting it up from the outside for the Huskies. Timmerman on the inside. Pump shot goes up, doesn't go. Rebound, foul. Going to be called on Timmerman. He went up and over the back. And substitutes coming in now for the Jackrabbits. Rich McClendon, Jeff Boer, and Scott Holm all return. And a good job by the reserves for the Jackrabbits. Leiferman sits down along with Timmerman and Tucker. Troy Rudolph back into the ball game now, along with Scott Springer for the Huskies. With it is Kluge. Goes off to Harvey. Harvey pumps. Was open. Didn't take the shot. Rudolph has it back out to Poole. Now to Kluge. Kluge sets it up. Jackrabbits with the lead. Poole in the wing. Bounce pass to Rudolph. Going 1-0 Nelson. Now to Springer. Springer holds on. Back out to Poole. Back out to Kluge. Good defense by the Jacks. Kluge on the drive with Holm. Pumps, gets it outside. Rudolph's open. His 10-footer. That doesn't go. Rebound by Harvey. Up and in for 2. Harvey with his 3rd rebound. Westlake down the lane. Goes baseline. Puts it up from underneath. Shot doesn't go. And the rebound comes down to Rudolph. Back come the Huskies. Kluge bounce pass to Springer. Puts it up baseline. That doesn't go. And the rebound comes down to McClendon. To Holm down the right side. Westlake. He puts up the three-pointer. That doesn't go. McClendon rebounds. Goes up and his shot is good. Westlake with some unadvised shots here in the last couple of times down the floor. He is getting tired though. 34-29. Jacks with the lead. Poole gets it off to Harvey. Baseline jumper good. Mark Harvey having a fine first half as well.
11 points for Mark Harvey.
3-point lead for the Jacks, 34-31. 4:22 to go here in the first half. Kluge reaches around and got the arm of Holm. That's the 4th team foul called on the Huskies. First on Kluge. As Tony Matthews replaces Brian Westlake. Corey Nelson sits down with Brian Flom back in the ball game. And Flom had the early going hot hand for the Jacks.
He definitely did. 10 straight points. 5 for 5 from the field.
Boer inbounds it to Matthews, hands off to Holm, and they'll set it up. Holm going one-on-one with Pinky Poole. Jacks up by 3, 34-31. Holm passes to Flom around the free throw line, back outside. Matthews, right side, Holm. Holm looking on the inside. Cross-court pass, Boer left alone. His three-pointer, too strong. Holm rebounds up and in for 2. He had a quick rebound and basket against Augustana as well. And that time, good positioning underneath for Holm, and 2 points makes it 36-31. South Dakota State with the lead with 3:53 to go. Kluge comes up over the timeline. Gets it off to Harvey. Harvey holding on. Gets it to Rudolph. Rudolph one-on-one, fadeaway jumper, baseline, good. Oh, he's such a smart player. Doesn't have a lot of leaping ability, but knows when to put up the shot, and he put it up nicely along the baseline. 36-33. Holm passes right side. The ball tipped by Poole. Goes out of bounds. Jackrabbits have the lead by 3. St. Cloud went on a dry spell of about 4.5 minutes. Inbound play for the Jacks. Baseline. Holm gets it in to Boer, out to Matthews, back out to Boer. St. Cloud in a zone. McClendon has it in a high post, dribbles in, pumps down, gets Rudolph up, puts the shot up, that doesn't go, and the rebound comes down. Harvey had it, and McClendon picks up the foul going over the back. That'll be the fourth team foul. Both teams with 4 now.
It's been a very quick game. The officials are really letting them play, and both teams are taking advantage of that, going to the boards aggressively.
Jackrabbits up by 3, 36-33. Kluge brings the ball up the floor against Matthews. Pulls up at the top of the free throw circle. Holds on, passes to Springer. Springer looking on the inside, gets to the pool. He puts up the three-pointer from the left side and hits again. Ricky Bull, when he gets out, he just comes to stop, and he's lighting it up. He ties it up here at 36. 2:51 to go in the first half as Home goes to the left side and it's tipped away. Passes off to Matthews to the right side. Back off to Home again. And a foul is called. A push should be called underneath. Going to go against the Jackrabbits. They're going to call it on Jeff Boer. A push. And the Huskies have the ball and a chance to regain the lead now with 2:37 to go. Kluge. One-on-one with Matthews. Dribbles, goes in, passes off, foul called on Home. They're going to call a charge against Kluge going down the lane as Home had set up and took the charge. That's the 15th foul on the Huskies. Greg Casty, 6'7" freshman out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota, comes into the ball game for the Huskies. Also back in is Ryan Thurston. The starting guard comes in for Kluge. He picked up his second personal foul. We're tied at 36 with 2:26 to go in a half. Home dribbles to the right side, now back in the middle, off to Flom. Flom moves down, pumps, holds up, gets it off to Matthews. Matthews to the right side to Home. Out of Boer, high post, back to the left side to Matthews. Matthews dribbles in, holds up, back to Home. Inside to McClendon. Moves it down the lane, puts it up, blocked by Rudolph. Loose ball picked up by Boer off the Flom. He puts up the shot, that doesn't go. Home in the middle, puts it up, and he was fouled before the shot. Jack's doing a good job keeping the ball alive, just have not been able to get the ball to go in the hole. Inbound play, only the 16th foul called on the Huskies. McClendon had the ball blocked nicely by Rudolph. Pass on the inside to McClendon. He goes up right away. Shot doesn't go. The ball tipped. Doesn't go. Flom kicks it again. Up and in for 2. Ryan Flom gives the Jackson 2-point lead, 38-36. Thurston to the right side to Springer. Springer on the inside. They get it to Kesty. Fadeaway jumper baseline. Rolls around the rim and out. Springer gets the rebound. Goes up for the shot. And is fouled. Somehow, I'm not really sure how, but they have whistle called a foul underneath. And it'll be somehow a 2-shot foul.
Somehow it's on Matthews, on the arm.
Springer, when he got the rebound, was falling down. And then threw it up and somehow picked up a foul on Matthews, his first. 16th foul on the Jack. 2-shot foul for Springer. First one is missed. Springer shooting 55% on the charity stripe this year. Second free throw good. And Coy Nelson back into the ballgame now for the Jackrabbits as Brian Flom sits down. And the Jacks are up by 1. The Huskies with some full court pressure now. McClendon gets it into Home, quickly dribbles and gets it over the timeline to Boer. Boer into the wing, holds on, still dribbling. Back out to Home now. Home sets it up, goes against the zone. 2-on-2 for the Huskies now. Matthews to Home, and Home again sets it up. Matthews quickly into McClendon. Quick jumper from 8. Good. And the Jacks up by 3 with 1:10 to go in the half. 40-37.
8 points for McClendon.
Thurston one-on-one with Matthews. Spins in the lane. Gets it back out to Springer. Springer cross pass into Rudolph, and it goes out of bounds. They are going to try and say that Matthews or McClendon touched it, but to no avail. Actually, McClendon had his hand up and pulled it back and did not touch it. Just under a minute to play now. Jacks up by 3, 40-37. Holm dribbles around to the right side. Huskies back man-to-man. Holm cut off. And a foul's going to be called on the baseline as he runs for the drive. Holm will go up the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Or will he? We'll check the foul first. They call it underneath against Kesty. And Scott Holm will be at the line shooting the 1-and-1. Holm shooting 81% from the free throw line. First shot of the 1-and-1 comes off. Rebound to Boer underneath. Reverse layup. That doesn't go. Nelson underneath. And in for 2. Nice job by Corey Nelson getting the rebound and quickly shot it up. And a foul is called underneath, and it's going to go against McClendon as the Huskies trying to set some picks. McClendon, check that. Boer again is going to pick up the foul. Not McClendon, but Boer picks up the foul. Brad Timmerman quickly comes off the bench for the Jackrabbits with Boer sitting down. First shot is good by Springer. First of the 1-and-1. 2 fouls on Boer here in the first half. Second free throw also is good, and it's 42-39. Full court pressure by the Huskies. Timmerman throws it up, and it's tipped away and controlled by the Huskies. Thurston with it. Cross court to Poole. Moves in. Cut off there. Down low to Springer. Puts it up. Shot doesn't go. Foul's going to be called on Nelson, and Springer will go to the line to shoot 2. Timmerman tried to throw the ball up and didn't think that Thurston had that good a leaping ability, and boy, I tell you what, he shot out of a cannon.
Well, he definitely did. He's got them squat little legs, and he can sure get up there.
Springer at the line to shoot 2, checking the scoreboard. First shot good. At the half, Mankato leading Augustana 36-23. 5 minutes to go in the half. Nebraska Omaha over USD 25-23. Second shot also good. Now a 1-point ball game with 30 seconds left. Jacks up by the 1. Nelson gets the pass up the court to McClendon. Off to Matthews to the right side. Jacks can work it for the last shot of the half. Holm will hold on. Now Poole comes out and picks him up. Man-to-man defense put on by the Huskies. Holm back out to Timmerman. 13 seconds. 11 seconds. Holm with it. Gets it off to Nelson. Now to Timmerman, dribbles in, now to Matthews, pump, baseline. No, he's going to be called for a travel. As he tried to shoot it up quickly, the time was running out. He still had 5 seconds. But a turnover, and the Huskies get it back with 5 seconds and a chance to gain the momentum going in at the half. Thurston, 3 seconds, goes up, 20-footer, doesn't go. Nelson got the rebound, and the Jacks go in at the half with a 1-point advantage. Our score at the half, South Dakota State 42, St. Cloud 41. We'll be back to look at the stats here in the first. Harvey, Binky Poole, Orion Thurston, and also Martin Carlson starting here in the second half. Jackrabbits with the ball to start out the half. They immediately go into flop, pass it back out to Boer. Boer to Matthews. Matthews holds on as the Huskies one-on-one. They get it to McClendon, fakes the pass, fakes the shot, now moves in, hangs, puts a shot up, hits the rim, and comes off. And Harvey gets the rebound, his 5th of the ball game. Off to Thurston, to Springer, off and running, gets hung up in the air. The foul's going to be called on Holm, as Springer actually got cut up in the air, didn't have the shot, tried to pass it off, but Holm picked up the foul on a reach-in. His first team foul. Jacks with the 1-point lead of 42-41. Inbound play for the Huskies here in the second half, as we are just underway. Binky Poole had a hot hand from the outside, gets it off to Thurston, and he is immediately bumped as he tried to drive to the basket. Picks up a foul on Matthews, and right away the Jackrabbits with 2 fouls, and we have just played over 30 seconds. In fact, 37 seconds to be exact, and the Jacks picked up 2 fouls. Huskies with the ball, the Jacks in a zone. Springer going one-on-one with McClendon, had the ball tipped away, and McClendon saying it's our ball, and Springer says it's ours, and the referee agrees with Springer, so it'll be Huskies' ball. Thurston, pass Springer to the right side. Pumps now goes down the baseline, puts it up high, arcing shot. Doesn't go, and the rebound comes down to Tony Matthews. Off to Holmes. To the left side to Boer. Boer looking on the inside for McClendon. Back out to Holmes. Now to the right side to Matthews. Dribbles in, back out to Holmes, and they set up the offense. Holmes passes to Boer. Bounce pass to McClendon. High post to the left side. Now to Holmes. Holmes to Boer to the right side. To Matthews, to Plum, to McClendon. Left open, led for jumper. Good. And McClendon to double figures. He's got 10. And the Jacks lead is 3 at 44-41. Thurston brings the ball up the floor for the Huskies. Picked up by Matthews. Passes right side to Springer. Lob underneath Carlson. Got away from Flom, up and in for the easy 2. Once Carlson got to the backside of Flom, Flom was fronting him, and they got the pass over. No weak side help defensively by the Jacks. And it's back to a 1-point lead, and a foul's going to be called on Poole as he pumped into Holmes coming up the floor. Poole picking up the first team foul on the Huskies here in the second half, his second foul overall. Poole asking for a towel, got 2 from the Jackrabbits bench.
Interesting how State comes out and appears sluggish again. The movement isn't good in their offense. They really got to start working the ball around.
And we've just about played 2 minutes here in the second half. Boer passes to the right side to Matthews. Now to Flom, left open from the top of the circle. Doesn't go. And a rebound comes down to Poole. Poole passes off to Thurston. Thurston brings it up over the timeline. Works it to the left side. Now to Poole. Poole pumps, now moves in, hangs, puts up the 10-foot jumper, doesn't go, and a rebound. Carlson goes up, blocked by Flom, and a loose ball picked up by McClendon. Nice block by Flom, pass up the floor, tipped by Thurston, goes out of bounds. They tried to throw the ball up the floor. Matthews was behind the people, but Thurston got a hand on it, goes out of bounds. Jacks up by 1, 44-43. Holmes inbounds at the Boer. Out to Matthews. Matthews around the right side to Boer. Out of Flom. Lob underneath to McClendon. It goes over his fingertips. And it goes out of bounds. Flom knew he had it too. McClendon was wide open. I tell you what, there is a lot of physical play underneath the basket right now between Harvey and McClendon.
Great, ain't it?
Huskies with the ball. Harvey lobs it, taken away by Flom. Quicks up the floor, goes to McClendon. Down the left side, puts it up off the basket for 2 shots fouled. Nice pass by Flom, who has really risen to the task in his first starting role here for South Dakota State this year. 46-43, Jacks up by 3. Poole passes to the left side to Harvey. Harvey one-on-one with McClendon, fades in, banks it, shot doesn't go, the ball tipped by Carlson, and it goes out of bounds. Carlson had a hand on it, but took too much of it and swatted it out of bounds. Jacks have the ball back with the 3-point lead of 16-14 to 16-45 rather to go here in the ball game as Matthews gets it. Lob underneath the Flom. He's caught up in traffic. The ball taken away by Springer. Off to Thurston, off and running to the left side to Harvey. Baseline, cut off there nicely by the defense. Now to Carlson, goes one-on-one with Hall. It was Flom, and Flom blocks it again. Goes out of bounds, last touch by the Jackrabbits. Flom with his second block against Carlson. Inbound play for the Huskies. Thurston will inbound it. On the baseline, out to Harvey. Matthews almost came up with a steal. Jacks on the zone on the inbound pass. Thurston has it, passes left side to Harvey, puts up the shot, doesn't go. Foul's going to be called on Boer as he fought his way through Springer, who was trying to set up a screen. Third foul on Boer. Yes, Boer's been frustrated in the ball game tonight. Thurston left along top of the key, goes right side to Springer, pumps, now moves in, back outside to Thurston. To the right side to Harvey, back out to Thurston, cross-court pass to Poole. 3-point jumper, good. Poole, his 5th three-pointer. He's 5 for 6 from the 3-point line. And we are tied back up at 46. Holmes passes off to Matthews. Matthews in the wing. Holds on. Now to McClendon. Outside to Holmes. To Boer. To the right side to Matthews. Now to Flom. inside of McClendon. Spins, stripped away by Thurston, goes out of bounds. Jacks doing a lot of moving around. Boer will sit down. Brad Timmerman comes into the ball game for the Jacks. The 6'6" freshman out of Cuba City. And he had 2 points in the first half. Home to inbound it. Gets it in quickly to Matthews. Matthews at the top of the key. Huskies in a zone. Flom, right side to Holmes. Underneath the Timmerman, baseline. Back outside to Holmes. Out of McClendon, underneath to Flom, and he is fouled from behind by Harvey. Tell you what, Flom and McClendon got a good relationship going. They're looking at each other a lot underneath to try and find the other one open.
Definitely are. They're turning around, and before they're even looking to shoot, they're trying to spot the other guy. And both men do a real good job of posting up and getting the defender on their back.
Inbound play for the Jacks. McClendon gets the inbound pass, quickly puts up the shot, and makes it. McClendon 3 for 3 here in the second half. Makes it 48-46. Jacks with a 2-point advantage. Thurston passes to Springer. Bounce pass underneath. The ball tipped by McClendon, goes out of bounds. Nice help that time defensively by the Jackrabbits. With 15:04 to go, Jacks up by 2, 48-46. Springer baseline. Troy Rudall into the ballgame for the Huskies now. Poole drives in. 10-foot jumper comes down short. Rudall picks up the rebound and goes up and in for 2. Overtime back up at 48. Matthews goes baseline. Cut off now. Spin move. Turn around jumper. Good. Tony Matthews hasn't shot a lot here in the ball game, but when he has shot, he's shot in. Jacks back up by 2 now. 50-48. Thurston gets it inside to Binky Poole. Bounce pass to Carlson, goes off his hand, out of bounds. Jacks touched it. Flom touched it, and so did Carlson, but they say that Flom was the last one to actually touch it. It goes out of bounds. Inbound play for the Huskies. They quickly get it into Poole. His baseline jumper doesn't go. Matthews with the rebound out wide. Brings it up the floor. Goes baseline. Timmerman, he pumps. He's going to be called for travel. 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Checking our scoreboard. Mankato leading Augustana 58-52. That one is tightening up. 11 to go. Nebraska Omaha leading USD by 8 points. 47-46. Spin move. Thurston into Carlson. Puts it up. Blocked by McClendon. And McClendon puts him down on the floor. McClendon squares off. They back both players away. McClendon's called for the foul.
You ever notice how Rip McClendon always plays with perpetual scowl?
Good way to put it. Mark Carlson will go to the line as McClendon picks up the foul. The third team foul on the Jacks. McClendon will sit down. That's his second. And gets a good round of applause from the hometown fans as Coy Nelson, the freshman, comes into the ballgame. Jacks using a lot of younger players here in this part of the season with the injuries. First shot by Carlson. Hits the rim, rolls around and out.
Let me explain something with Rich McClendon. Let me verify something. He's very intense, and a state competitor does not like to lose the 7-game winning streak. I think might be getting to him just a little bit.
Second free throw by Carlson. This one is good, and the Jacks lead is cut to 1, 50-49. Carlson sits down, and off the bench goes Greg Testy, 6'7" freshman out of Eden Prairie. Full court pressure put on by the Huskies. Flom gets it to Nelson. Nelson holds on. Out of Holm, and Holm says, back away. I'll bring it up the floor. As they back away, the defense backs away. Holm, one-on-one with Poole. To the left side, goes baseline, cut off there, back outside now. Holm says, let's set it up. He goes to Timmerman in the wing to the left side. Holds on, gets it off to Flom, top of the key. Looks underneath. Back outside to Holm. Holm in the wing. Back into Flom. Turn around jumper baseline, too strong. Comes off, and a rebound. Comes down to Casti. Up before they go. Shot put up. Springer doesn't go. Foul's going to be called on Holm. Check that. That was Kramer with the shot. Stuart Kramer, 6'4" freshman out of Osseo, puts up the shot. Doesn't go. Foul called against Holm. 3:50 to go in the half. Northern Colorado leading Morningside, was tied. Northern Colorado Morningside at 20. Here with 13:36 to go, 50-49. Jacks up by a point, but the Huskies have the line. Kramer to shoot 2. First shot good. Kramer, free throw shooting, 68% this year. He's tied it up at 50. And a chance for the Huskies to take the lead and Duke by a point, 51-50. Full court pressure put on by the Huskies. They almost get the steal, but Matthews gets the ball away and brings it up over the timeline. Goes into the wing to the left side, passes back out to Holm, and they'll set it up. Holm passes off to Matthews in the wing to the left side. Dribbles in, passes off to Nelson, high post to the left side. Looks, has the ball tipped away, passes off to Matthews, and he can't find a handle on it. Too hard for him. Thurston goes down the lane, puts the ball off the glass, doesn't go. The ball tipped around. Kramer comes up with it. His shot good for 2 as he went right down the lane and banks it in. And the Huskies with the lead of 3, 53-50. Jacks want a timeout with 13:02 to go. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on the Jackrabbit Sports Network.
Exactly.
Flom and Nelson. Jacks trailing by 3, 53-50. Holm goes right side to Matthews, inside to Flom. Flom, cross-court pass, and it goes out of bounds. So they're going to say the Huskies touched it as it went out of bounds. So the Jacks will inbound it on the side. Timberman to Holm, back to Timberman, goes baseline, back out to Holm. Cross-court pass to Matthews. Huskies putting on a better defensive effort, and a 3-second violation is going to be called against the Jackrabbits, where they only turned the ball over 3 times in the first half. And that's one thing they wanted to cut down on, and have done a good job.
Yes, they have. Of course, you got to credit the Husky defense in this half. They've went into a zone for the most part and really extended the State's offense, making it start out about 5 feet from half court, really.
Ryan Westlake and Anthony Tucker in the ballgame now for the Jackrabbits, who trail by 3. Poole open, left side, three-pointer good. He's now 6 for 7 from three-point range, and it's 56-50. Tucker bounce pass, Westlake. They get it to Flom. He throws it to the left side, goes out of bounds, trying to get it to Timberman, and it goes out of bounds. And a turnover where they didn't turn the ball over. Now they have, and the Huskies have the lead and the ball. 12:18 to go. Thurston dribbles to the right side, gets it to Poole. Quickly underneath. Turn around jumper shot banked in for 2 by Greg Pesty. And it's 58-50. Jacks trying to find that intensity. Now going up against the zone defense by the Huskies. Westlake in the wing, back outside Timberman. Out of Westlake, left open. He'll put up the three-pointer and hits it. Second three-pointer for Westlake in the ballgame. He's got 8. And it's 58-53. Thurston pulls up from the top of the key. He hits, and he hits it for 2. Had a foot on the line. Tucker was fading away on him, looking for an inside pass. And Thurston saw it and took the jumper. Makes it 60-53. Westlake has it in the wing. Back out to Timberman. Out of Tucker to the left side. Cut off there. Passes out to Westlake. Right side Timberman. Looks underneath. Gets it to Westlake. Cross-court pass. Tucker. He'll put up a three-pointer. And he hits it. Oh, my. That makes it 60-56. Jacks now trailing by 4. Thurston passes to Poole. Underneath, they get it to Kesty. Going on Nelson. Dribbles, passes it, and traveled with it. His feet slipped out from under him as he tried to get around the left side. Nice job by Coy Nelson to shade him off.
Very nice job. Coy Nelson showed his nimble and quick feet there in that one.
Brian Flom sits down. Rich McClendon back in the ball game. Tucker bringing the ball up the floor for the Jackrabbits. Top of the key goes to Westlake in the wing. Looking underneath. Trying to get it into McClendon. They have it to Nelson. Lobs it underneath, and it hits the rim and comes off. And Kesty has it for St. Cloud. Up the floor to Thurston. Thurston, one-on-one. Pumps, gets it off to Kesty. Kesty holds on to it. Still looking, and McClendon reaches in. Got the ball, forgot the arm. A reach-in foul. That's a 16th foul on the Jackrabbits here in the second half, as they trail by 4, 60-56. Jeff Moore back off the bench for the Jacks. Brad Timberman sits down. Pete Leiferman comes in now. And Coy Nelson sits down. Also into the ball game, Craig Kluge for St. Cloud. He comes in for Orion Thurston at the point. Kluge with it now, going one-on-one with Westlake. Passes off to Poole, who's got the hot hand, long range for the Huskies. Bounce pass, Kluge gets it on the inside of Rudolph. Turnaround jumper, short. Rebound comes down to Leiferman. His fourth of the ball game. Gets it off to Tucker. 10-17 to go. Jacks trailing by 4. 60-56. Tucker, top of the key. Passes to the right side of Westlake. Westlake looking inside. Gets it to McClendon. McClendon trying to bounce it into Leiferman, and it's taken away. Kramer stepped in, took the ball away. Poole with it now. On the baseline. Back out to Kramer. Now to Kluge. Kluge dribbles to the right side. Goes into the wing. Now dribbles out. Gets it to Kramer to the left side. To Poole underneath. And the ball tipped away. They try to get it to Rudolph. And McClendon came from the backside to tip the ball out.
And just when you want intensity, the Jacks crank it up. Good intensity on defense. Offense, they're trying. A few turnovers, but they're trying to work her inside.
Trail by 4. Kluge inbounds it for the Huskies, leading by 60-56 margin. Kluge dribbles down, passes off the Poole, bounce pass underneath to Kesty, back out Kramer. Kramer goes down the lane, puts it up off the glass, doesn't go, gets his own rebound. That shot doesn't go, and the rebound comes down to McClendon. Off to Tucker, to the right side of Westlake, moves in the lane, fadeaway jumper from 10, comes off the rim. McClendon rebounds, goes up, that shot doesn't go, gets his own rebound again, he goes up and fouled by Rudolph. McClendon in double digits in rebounding now with 10. He's also double digits in scoring as well, and at the line to shoot 2.
McClendon, 14 points for the night. Surprisingly enough, hasn't been to the line at all.
Jackrabbits were 0 for 2 in the first half from the charity stripe, so nobody's been to the line hardly at all for South Dakota State here in the ballgame. Richard McClendon at the line shooting 2.
Rich McClendon, 72% free throw shooter on the year.
First shot good. 5 minutes to go in the game. Mankato was leading Augustana 63-56. On the scoreboard for you this evening on a Friday. Second shot doesn't go, and the rebound comes down to Kesty, and he is fouled by Leiferman. Leiferman thought he got the steal, but they say he got the arm. That's the 17th foul on the Jacks, so we'll walk down the other end, and we'll be shooting the 1-on-1.
Now that's an amazing stat. First foul for Leiferman for the game.
Of course, this is the first time playing here in the second half. Had been starting for the Jackrabbits, but felt he would play better off the bench, so Brian Flom got the start tonight and was definitely up for the task. First shot of 1-on-1 by Kesty doesn't go, and Jeff Boer gets the rebound for South Dakota State. Gets it off to Tucker. Tucker brings it up over the timeline. Picked up by Kluge. In the wing. Now to Boer. To the right side to Westlake. Back out to McClendon. Pumps. Moves in, but they say he traveled with it. McClendon and Harvey go nose to nose. They back away. Harvey shakes his head. Inbounds it to Kluge. Back come the Huskies. Under the 9-minute mark. Kluge to the left side. Bounce pass. They get it to Kesty. Back outside to Kluge. Kluge looking to go inside. Passes outside to Kramer. Quickly underneath. The ball stripped away as Boer comes up with a loose ball. Leiferman got a hand on it. Stripped it away. Boer in the wing. Passes outside to Tucker. Tucker holds on. Will set it up. Jackrabbits trailing by 3. 60-57. Boer right side to Westlake. Pumps. Now gets it into McClendon. Turnaround jumper. Gets a foul on Harvey. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Oh, McClendon is saying, give me the ball. Give me the ball. I'll get something going offensively. The junior out of the Bronx, New York, averaging 18 points on the year, 19 in conference play, is fourth in scoring in the MCC. First of 2 for McClendon comes off the back lip. He's got one more coming with 8:26 to go. The Jackrabbits trailing by 3, 60-57. Second shot on the way, rolls around the rim and out, and Westlake gets the rebound. He puts up the reverse layup. That doesn't go, and Kesty gets the rebound. Up the floor they go. The ball tipped away. Tucker had it. Poole picks up the loose ball underneath, and still loose, and finally picked up. Kluge had it, stepped out of bounds. Jacks will get the ball back. Nice defensive effort by the Jackrabbits, especially Brian Westlake down on the other end. Didn't quite have the spin on it to get the reverse up, but a nice effort anyhow. Jacks have the ball back at the 8-10 mark, trailing Moncrief 60-57. Tucker goes in the wing, bounce pass to Boer. To the right side to Westlake. Westlake looking in, gets it to McClendon. He's open, free throw line, and a hit. For two. And a 1-point lead now for St. Cloud at 60-59. It's been a game of spurts by both teams. Kluge, one-on-one with Westlake, goes off the pool in the wing to the right side. Out of Harvey, puts up the jumper, rolls around the rim, and in. Well, hit the rim and went around it a couple of times around the circle and finally fell down. Laws of gravity pulled it through, 62-59. Tucker in the wing. Bounce pass to Boer again, top of the key to the right side of Westlake. Gets it to McClendon, to the left side to Tucker. Huskies playing man-to-man off the board. He's left open. His 18-footer comes off. The ball tipped by McClendon, goes out of bounds. I don't even want to say tipped. It's more like swatted out of bounds by McClendon.
Rich McClendon made sure that there was going to be no transition game that time. On that possession, the Jacks should have looked inside. Pete Lesserman is doing a fine job underneath, getting the defender on his back, and he was open a couple times.
Kluge will bring it up. Poole sits down. Ryan Thurston into the ball game now for the Huskies. Kluge to the right side, passes off to Springer back in the ball game as well to Thurston. Thurston goes baseline, and a blocking foul to be called on Tucker. Got a knee out and tripped him up. And the Huskies once again will go through the free throw line. Only 14 fouls called on the Huskies here in the second half. Jackrabbits already put them at the line with their 8th foul here in the second half. 7 minutes to go. Jackrabbits trailing 62-59. Tomorrow night, SDSU to host Mankato. 6 o'clock for the women, 8 o'clock for the men. First shot of 1-1, good by Thurston.
The 7th point for Thurston on the night, his first time at the line.
Minute 12 to go. Mankato leading Augustana 75-64 on the scoreboard. Bonus shot also is good, and it's 64-59. Huskies put on some pressure, now back away. Tucker passes up the floor to Leiferman, back to Tucker. Tucker around the top of the key, spins to the inside, bounce pass to Leiferman, tipped away from behind. Kluge comes up with a loose ball for the Huskies, and he shall be called for a double dribble. Tucker had the shot as he spun in and decided to pass it off. Jackrabbits going with Boer, Tucker, Westlake, Leiferman, and McClendon here in their setup. And Westlake has it now in the baseline, dribbles into the wing, passes off to McClendon, now around the left side of Tucker to Boer. Boer looking on the inside, holding on, gets it off to McClendon. McClendon looking in for Leiferman, can't find him, spins in, puts up the shot from the free throw line, doesn't go. And the rebound comes down to Thurston. That's not patient that time. And the Huskies have the lead and the ball. 64-59. Harvey spins in, goes down the lane, left-handed shot, banks it in for 2.
15 points for Harvey, only 4 this half.
Back to a 7-point lead for the Huskies, 66-59. Tucker spins in, calls a timeout. And the Jackrabbits get the timeout with 5:59 to go, and 66-59 our score. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on the Jackrabbits Sports Network. Like Leiferman and McClendon. Huskies in a zone. Pass left side Boer. He'll put up the three-pointer. Doesn't go. Westlake had a rebound, and a foul is going to be called a push on Leiferman underneath. Brian Flom will come in for Leiferman and will walk down to the other end, and they'll be shooting free throws. Boer had the shot, but again, a little bit too much of a line drive. Trying to hurry it. They're trailing now by 7, 66-59, and huddle up underneath the basket of the Huskies. And at the line to shoot the 1-and-1 will be Mark Carlson, the 6'7" freshman out of Fort Dodge, Iowa. First shot is up and good.
Mark Carlson 2 for 3 from the line, 4 points total.
And they'll get another one for Mr. Carlson. He's got him up 67-59. And the bonus does not go. The ball tipped around and controlled by Brian Flom. Brings it down forward to Jack. Off to Tucker. Back on South Dakota State. They've been stymied by this zone of the Huskies. have not been able to get their offensive flow going. Boer passes off to Westlake. Pumps, moves in, gets it into McClendon. Turnaround jumper in the lane, comes off. Rebound comes down. Boer saved it from going out of bounds, but got it inside to Springer. Springer double team, gets it to Kluge. Kluge dribbles around, gets it over the timeline. Goes inside, off to Harvey. Baseline jumper for three, doesn't go. Rebound, Carlson keeps it alive for the Huskies. Thurston with it. Back out to Kluge. 5:10 to go. Left side. Thurston again. To Harvey. Harvey looks in, is fouled by Tucker. Harvey will go to the line to shoot the 1-on-1. Scott Holmes comes in. Tucker sits down. Brad Timmerman also into the ball game for South Dakota State. He comes in, and Jeff Boer will sit down. Jack's trying to get somebody with a hot hand, just have not been able to get it. Harvey, a 60% free throw shooter. At the line for the 1-on-1. First shot comes off. Rebound on to Carlson. Keeping it alive. Lost it in the middle. Gets it back. Gets it off to Springer in the lane. Back out to Harvey. And keeps it alive. On the inside. Kluge puts up the shot. He's fouled. Foul called on the Jackrabbits. Kluge will go to the line to shoot two this time. Mark Carlson doing a job on the board for the Huskies. He's got 7 and has kept the offense alive and has kept the ball in the Huskies' hand here in the second half. They lead 67-59 over South Dakota State. 4:49 remaining to be played. First shot of 2 by Kluge. Falls off. Craig Kluge, 6-foot sophomore out of Edina.
And it should be noted the foul was called on McClendon. That's his 4th.
Second free throw is good, and that makes it 68-59. With 4:44, Westlake down baseline. Cut off, gets it off to Holmes. Now to Timmerman, to the left side to Flom, underneath the Westlake, inside of McClendon, dishes up and in for 2. And it's 68-61, Jack with some full court pressure. Kluge, double team, gets away from Westlake. Gets it over the timeline. Fast break down the other side. They get it to Greener. He loses check that Springer. Lost it off his hand, and it goes out of bounds. So the press works. Gives the Jacks the ball back. Trailing by 7, 68-61. Holmes brings it up quickly to attack for South Dakota State. Down low to Westlake. Brings it back out in the wing. Now to Timmerman. Back to Westlake. Moves in. Now fadeaway jumper for 3. 64, Kluge, triple team, swatted away. Harvey has it, goes out of bounds. No, he still got it. Bounce pass, they get it to Thurston. Flom went for the steal. Thurston goes up and in for the easy 2. 70-64. McClendon will try it for 3. That doesn't go, but he's fouled by Harvey. Not McClendon's shot, but he figures everybody else lighten it up. I think I will too. He'll be at the line to shoot 2.
And everybody is. That was a pressure shot by Brian Westlake. 11 points for Westlake. 2 3-pointers this half.
And Rich McClendon back at the line to shoot 2. Harvey picking up his 4th personal foul. First shot by McClendon. Hits the rim and falls off. Jack's shooting woes at the free throw line continue. Coming into the ballgame only shooting 51%.
McClendon 1 for 5 tonight.
Second free throw good. Make it 2 for 6. Makes it 70-65. Thurston breaks the pressure of the Jackrabbits. Brings it over the timeline. Gets it to Kluge. Passes to Rudolph. Now the left side. Thurston. Baseline. Passes out to Kluge. Now the right side to Rudolph. Back to Kluge. 3:27 remaining. Jackson trailing by 5. Huskies with the ball. Bounce pass. They get it to Thurston. Holm almost got the steal. Thurston goes in, puts the shot up, and it goes in for 2. 72-65. Holm to Westlake. Underneath the Flom. Flom moves in, had the ball stripped away by Rudolph, and he's going to be called. They're going to call a foul underneath against Carlson, a push-off. And that sends Brian Flom to the line to shoot 2. 3:07 remaining. It's 72-65. At the line, Brian Flom. He's shooting 2. First shot good.
That's Brian Blum's 13th point, the first one of this half.
Makes it 72-66. Second free throw is up, and that is good. And the senior closes the gap for the Jackrabbits. Kluge quickly up the floor, then get it to Thurston, and they break the pressure easily. Huskies with a lot of good speed at the guard. Kluge, one-on-one with Westlake. Pass away, Swan picks up the loose ball off to Westlake. 2-on-1, Westlake goes up, stripped away by Thurston, and goes out of bounds. Nice defensive play by Thurston. Westlake had him, was going in, and had the ball stripped away. Westlake a little bit tired. He'll sit down with the timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here. 72-67, Jackrabbits trailing, but do have the ball with 2:46 to go. And as the Jacks inbounded now, home to Westlake, pumps, moves in, lost the handle on it, gets it to McClendon, and he puts it up and in for 2. Westlake had the open three-pointer, but lost the handle on it, and quickly got it into McClendon. Thurston gets it around Timmerman, and Timmerman's going to be called for a reach-in foul. 72-69. Jackrabbits trailing by 3, sending the St. Cloud to the free throw line. Finals in now. USD comes from behind to beat Nebraska-Omaha 65-62 as the race in the NCC tightens up now. The second loss for Nebraska-Omaha. Mankato also beats Augustana tonight 83-69. The Mavericks will be here in Frost Arena tomorrow night as Thurston connects on the first of the one-on-one. Jeff Boer into the ball game. Brad Timmerman sits down for the Jacks. 2:35 remaining, and it's 73-69. St. Cloud with the lead, and the junior out of Key West, Florida at the line now for the bonus shot. Ryan Thurston, shot is up and in. 74-69, the Huskies make their free throw shots down the lane. Westlake, he's open for 3, rattles the rim and comes out. Boer rebounds, fadeaway jumper in the lane, that shot doesn't go, and the rebound comes down, and a foul's going to be called on Westlake as he got Springer underneath. Westlake shot from the left side, right on the mark, but just off.
And do you think he's made an impact on this crowd already? As soon as he got the ball, people were standing up, just anticipating a 3. When he let it go, they were gasping, rattled in and out. Can't get closer than that.
And at the line, Scott Springer, a freshman out of Winthrop, Minnesota.
Springer 5 for 6 in the line in the first half.
First shot, good. And the Huskies continue hot from the free throw line. They shot 75% in the first half. Second free throw, the bonus, rolls around the rim and out. The ball tips around and finally controlled by Boer. And the Jackrabbits have it, trailing by 6, 75-69. Home goes down low, back out to McClendon. Puts up the three-pointer, comes down short. This is everything. But first he's trying to get it for a kick out of the pass and goes out of bounds.
Now, State's got to stop and think. Take the shot where it is. Don't necessarily shoot a three-pointer if it's not in your range.
Home to inbound it. Inbounds it to Westlake. Left open. Three-pointer. Top of the key. 75-72. 2:05 remaining. Rudolph double team. Passes up the floor and a foul. Check that. We're going to have a time called by the referee, I think.
Yeah, the 45-second hadn't moved yet, and that's why he called time. Actually, a break for SDSU.
Indeed. The Huskies once again had broken the pressure of the Jackrabbits. Kluge comes in. Harvey comes in. Springer sits down. Carlson sits down. So the Huskies with a little smaller lineup and a lot quicker as well with both the Thurston Poole and Kluge in. Jackrabbits get the steal. McClendon steals it. Gets it by 3. Westlake to Boer. Puts up the three-pointer. Right off the rim it comes out. Thurston rebounds. Is caught up inside and a foul to be called on out. They got him on the line. Thurston will walk down the other end to shoot the 101, but Jeff Boer's three-pointer rattles the rim. It comes out.
And I tell you, give Jeff Boer a lot of credit. he took a shot where there was a lot of pressure on him, even though he's 1 for 9 for the game. And he knows he hasn't been shooting well, but he took it anyway. Gutsy.
It's a 3-point lead for the Huskies at 75-72. And walk down to the line once again to shoot the free throws.
Tonight, Thurston 4 for 4 from the line, all in the second half.
And a timeout on the floor. Huskies shooting 70 in the pass. Across the way to Anderson. Trying to make Thurston miss. He's at the line for the 1-1. First shot. Doesn't go. Off the hole. Home over the timeline. Works it to the right side. Tipped by Thurston, goes out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, State's got to come up with a new play. Thurston just shadowed Westlake that time. He knew he was going to get the ball.
Brewer will inbound it for the Jackrabbits. Bounce pass into home. To Westlake underneath the floor. Sit around jumper in the lane. Clear by one now. 4-point pressure. Poole to Rudolph. Double team. Pass is up. And home had the steal. And a foul could be called before the pass even got away. They're going to call it on Westlake. We'll walk down the other end. And I do believe Corey Rudolph is going to be at the line, shooting 68% for the year. And again, the Jackrabbit fans will try to make him miss.
And it will be kind of tough to make Corey Rudolph miss just by intimidation. A senior, a leader on the team. He's used to this. He wants this kind of pressure.
There's a minute 19 to go. It almost fell off and Brian Swan was ready to grab another one. That makes it 76-74. Rudolph now for the bonus. Shot goes up. This one does not go. Westlake taps the ball. Loose ball. Flom picks it up for the Jackrabbits. Outlet for Westlake. Westlake in the middle to the right side. The board. Open. Three-pointer. Rolls around the rim and out. Westlake gets the rebound. Goes up. Shot doesn't go. He'll be at the line shooting free throws. Well, I'll tell you what. Brian Westlake has really made an impact on this crowd. Getting his first real extended play for the Jackrabbits.
You think he wants to play? He's out there. He knows this is his chance, and he's making the most of it.
Brian Westlake at the line. Junior college transfer. Comes out of Muscatine, Iowa.
14 points for Brian Westlake. Hasn't been in the line yet.
First shot. Hits the rim and comes out.
Too close.
104. He needs to back up. To the 3-point line. Second free throw also comes off. Loose ball kicked him out by Thurston. Big break for South Dakota State. Ford inbounded on the side. Gets it to Holm. Holm one-on-one with Poole. Holm dribbles around to the right side. Passes off to Poole. To the left side to Westlake. Up to McClendon. McClendon one-on-one with Rudolph. Whole time. Back to Boer. Under a minute to play now. Holm. Outside. Westlake. Westlake dribbles down the lane. Goes up. No, this is off the floor. Thurston dribbles up the floor, goes to the right side, and the ball kicked away. He's fouled. In the back. Puts it up and in. Holmes comes in, steals the ball, and is fouled. And a timeout on the floor with 30 seconds remaining. He likes the pressure situation, and he is the best free throw shooter of any Jackrabbit at 81%. 1-1. We're tied. 76-76. Got home at the line. First shot. Good. And the Jacks have the lead. 77-76 with 30 seconds remaining. And home to get the bonus now.
Scott Holmes' first point of the second half, third overall.
No doubt about it. Scott Holmes. At the line. Puts it in again. Thurston up the line. They get it to Kramer. Looks to go in off to Thurston. Jacks up by 2, 78-76. 22 seconds. Thurston, right side. To Kramer. Back to Thurston. 15 seconds. Thurston to Harvey. To the right side to Kramer. Goes down the lane. Hangs. Bank shot. 7 seconds remaining. And the Stetson and come up on the winning side. This has been a long, long drive spell for South Dakota State. And I tell you what, the fans are getting their money's worth tonight. As the Jacks call a timeout. 1-1. And State overall 6 for 12 in this half at the line. Got home 2 for 2, of course. And at the line once again. The first shot of the 1-1. Good. No doubt about it. Well, you don't think the Jackrabbits bench is happy? 79-76. This one will ice it. The Jackrabbits have broken their streak. Thurston throws one up. Comes down short, and the Jackrabbits come out with the victory. 80-76, thanks to shot home free throws at the end to win it. For South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits have finally broken that 7-game losing streak with the victory to go to 1-3, their first win at conference play.